Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. Well, I hope you're all better than me. Let's just put it that way. But look, ain't no illness going to stop me from getting on here and providing the harsh reality. So let's get straight into the meat and potatoes, what we're talking about. Look, there's a lot going on still in the Idaho 4 case. And when I say there's a lot going on, I mean there's a lot of stuff going on that doesn't really have any real bearing on the trial itself. There's going to be two things in particular that we talk about in this video. One is going to be about the continued narrative that they're trying to push in that Bryan Kohberger is guilty. There's even though these channels consistently say that they support this innocent until proven guilty, it's very, very clear that they don't. And we see the likes of News Nation who have ramped up their efforts to try and say, look, this recent search list that we have of the items that were searched and found and seized, not only do they paint guilt, but they also paint a picture that this was a complete planned study and and that Bryan Kohberger had formulated this entire plot to run, and that's what he did. Well done, News Nation. Support an innocent until proven guilty. But look, on the other hand, we have the stuff that is real, does impact the case itself, and that is the fact that Ann Taylor has asked for co-counsel, and that is a death-appointed co-counsel as well. Now, that looks like this is being done because they clearly feel that because of the heinous nature of this crime, that the prosecution is going to seek the death penalty. They're going to go for it. Look, why wouldn't they at the end of the day? We've got 4 university students who lost their lives. It was a heinous, heinous crime. And, you know, if ever there was a reason where that the use of the death penalty does fit the crime, you know, if the person genuinely did it, they 100% did this, then I feel that is then warranted. But there is this innocent until proven guilty, and we do have to make 100% sure that this is the case. This person truly did do this, and look at all the mitigating circumstances and make sure that every single other avenue has been checked. But look, let's have a quick look together before my voice completely disappears. So this is Bryan Kohberger's lawyer is calling for backup. Bryan Kohberger is charged with, we know what he's charged with. Bryan Kohberger, the man charged with the slayings of 4 University of Idaho students, will have another death penalty qualified attorney added to his defense team. Kohberger's attorney, Ann Taylor, the chief of the Kootenai County Public Defender's Office, filed a motion on March 2nd. I'll put the paperwork over there somewhere so you can have a look. Filed a motion on March 2nd to appoint a co-counsel qualified to act in cases involving the death penalty. Latah County Magistrates Judge Megan Marshall granted the motion on Tuesday. Again, I'll put that document there. Kohberger, 28, is charged. We know what he's charged with. I'm not going to make you read through all that again. It goes on to say this eager to be exonerated. Kohberger's preliminary hearing is scheduled for June the 26th. Prosecutors have said that if they will seek the death penalty, have not said if they will seek the death penalty, but experts told Newsweek they most certainly will. The appointment of a death penalty qualified co-counsel, the Kohberger case, is a clear sign the defence considers it a high probability that the case will ultimately seek death. The court evidently agrees. Michael McAuliffe, a former federal prosecutor and selected state attorney told Newsweek. It basically goes on to say that, look, when there is a death penalty case, there's a lot more involved. We know that, like we just said. We've got to look in the background of it and look down every single avenue there is and make sure that the conclusion of sentencing someone to death is warranted. And also we have to understand that with Ann Taylor's history with some of the victims' parents, there is a potential that later on down the line she could get removed. So having a backup just in case that happens is a wise move. But look, with what we know now, with what we've seen, and with the likes of News Nation pushing hard the narrative that Bryan Kohberger, this was a complete plan, this was a plan of his, and the stuff that we've found, the stuff that we've seen, the evidence that has been collected, that we have been made privy to, shows clearly that he not only did he do it, but he planned, it was premeditated, and this was all Bryan Kohberger's game all along. Do you feel that is the case? And do you feel that at this stage, the only way that Bryan Kohberger is going to escape the death penalty is to take a plea deal? Or do you think that there's just so many people pushing a specific narrative on weak evidence? Be interesting to see your thoughts now. I know that a lot of you are following it. You're watching the likes of News Nation. You're watching many channels who come at this from very different directions. But ultimately, you've seen as much as you've seen. So how do you feel about it? Do you feel at this stage that this is indeed a done deal? And like I say, does Kohberger now need to start thinking about whether he wants to be put to death or not? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.